as Iran is developing its ballistic missile technology, at the same time, it is also sending a clear nuclear warning to European countries, especially three countries: Germany, France, and UK. They are not only talking the talk, they are also walking the talk. Iran is becoming more active in terms of tackling all the infiltration that are happening in its border, that includes seizing United States American weapons. What we are talking here about, we'll be discussing all of this more in details, and then I'll also share a video from Kyle Kulinski's show. Kyle Kulinski, I think that's how he say it, where he talks about the reason Iran is echoing or warning, if you like, these European countries, including Israel and United States. So let's break down one by one. I want to start off with this particular news that you're seeing right now on the screen. But before I do that, just to let you know, not subscribe to my channel, consider subscribing. This report is suggesting something is big happening. Iran has issued a final warning to UK, France, and Germany over attempts to restore United Nations sanction against Tehran. Okay, this sanction for Iran would not be a death sentence, but it could well be for these European countries, because Iran recently have improvised their ballistic missile, its range, for example, where now they can target not only European countries, in this case UK, France, and Germany, but also Washington and New York in the States. So this is going to be a huge blow if Iran loses it and they go all in with this kind of attack on these countries. Now, what else is also happening is this that came on this news. So Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Garibabadi declared that if the European trio forces sanctions, Iran will cut ties with UN's nuclear watchdog. Now, this moving away from this nuclear watchdog and not letting them in to inspect Iran's nuclear facilities is not sitting well with the Iranian people, especially with this guy from the Iranian government. I forgot his name, but he basically said that these nuclear inspectors, they're actually spies. They spy for Israel, they spy for America. Therefore, there is absolutely no place for them to come to the country. He warned, so this deputy foreign minister, he warned, such a move would permanently sideline Europe from the diplomatic track, shifting dialogue solely to the UN Security Council. The Europeans claim Iran violated the 2015 nuclear deal JCPOA by diverting its nuclear program, while Tehran accuses them of hypocrisy and legal violations. This is something unbelievable, quite honestly, because the JCPOA is dead. It was dead when Donald Trump just ripped it up. He just shred that in the bin. And then he was like, I don't care about all of this JCPOA. If European countries, they want to hold anybody accountable, they should be holding it accountable Donald Trump, not Iran. But of course, we see the hypocrisy, the lie, the deception, the gaslighting right there. Sometimes coming from the governments in the European countries itself, sometimes it's coming from the MSM, mainstream media. But the lies are overwhelming. Sometimes it's just too much. But nevertheless, Iran did send a final warning. You touch us, we will touch you, because our hand, our reach is very, very far. So don't worry about that. Now, Iran, as I said in the beginning of this video, they are not talking the talk, they're also walking the talk. So they are seizing American weapons. According to this report, it came on a news channel on YouTube, Times of India. I think that's where they reported it. And they basically says that the Iranian government, the Revolutionary Guards Corps, alongside intelligence operatives, carried out 3 major operations. Okay, 3 major operations. And I'm not going to be unfortunately showing you all the footages because they censor me on YouTube, which they did twice already. I don't want YouTube to come after me again. So they carried out 3 major operations in Sistan and Balochistan province, killing 13 militants and arresting several others. Authorities say the coordinated strikes foiled 3 planned terrorist attacks near the Pakistan border. Now, I actually spoke about this in my past video where I said this organization, I'm not 100% sure if they are backed by United States, whether United States, they are giving this group arms, money, I don't know. Because this video title, they do mention that American weapons were seized. So must be America that is providing this group with weapon. This group is, I believe his name is Jashad Army or Army of Adil or Army of Resistance. I don't remember the exact name. They are not, I don't think they're getting weapons from United States, but possible they're getting it because this Al-Qaeda or ISIS, all of these groups are created by CIA, Mossad. I will not be surprised if this group, in this case, receiving weapons and money from the European countries and also US and Israel. The crackdown comes amid rising militant activity on both sides of the frontier, prompting Tehran to call for stronger security cooperation with Islamabad. And the good thing is Islamabad and Tehran, they have real good relationship. So any effort by the Zionist entity try to create some friction between these 2 neighboring countries, Iran and Pakistan, will backfire, will be exposed, and will look very, very miserable. And all of these things are really happening at the backdrop of this, which is the war. The war between Iran and Israel. I want you to take a listen at this report real quick.
Iranian officials suspect sabotage in string of mysterious fires. For weeks, fires and explosions have been reported almost daily in Iran. Officials are investigating what they think is a coordinated campaign. So let's cut to the chase here. Let's not beat around the bush. It's Israel. This is Israel. This is Mossad. These are repeated terror attacks. And what they're doing is the obvious. They don't view the attack that was launched by the US and Israel recently, they don't view that war as over yet. They view it as ongoing. And right now we're in a lull, but we'll move on to the next phase very quickly, which leads to my next point, which is, so here we learn that Iran is consistently under attack, terror attacks, sabotage being done. So in other words, Israel and Mossad has infiltrated the Iranian government and the country, and they are doing stuff like this. But then we have this from Foreign Policy Magazine. The next Israel-Iran war is coming. Both countries' strategic calculus suggests it will be even more violent. So this is from Trita Parsi, who's the executive vice president of the Kulinski Institute, which is a foreign policy think tank, and they actually do good work. They're one of the few.
So basically he's saying that the next war is not if, but when. Plus, the next war will not be, even, I don't think it will be only for a few days, like 12 days. He said, Kyle Kulinski, and other reports suggest the next war will be even more violent. Would Israel use nuclear weapon? Maybe. Tactical nuclear weapon? Maybe. I mean, that is the only way they can stop Iran. That's the only way. But then what Iran will do in return is anybody's nightmare. We know what will happen. That will bring about Third World War. Unbelievable stuff going to be happening in the next coming weeks, months, and years. As the Zionist entity, they're becoming ever more desperate. They're losing the propaganda. They're losing everything. The battle in Gaza. These are all becoming a huge nightmare for them.